Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Angela Sharina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Today is Wednesday, and as usual, it's our book day. We get to explore another book that I've discovered, I stumbled upon, I've read recently, and believe that this book can benefit a lot of you listening to this podcast. But before we dig deeper into the book of today, have you tried my recipe from yesterday, flackers? Well, I did, and I want to warn you. If you use parchment paper to bake to dehydrate your flackers, do not use it. I used mine, and in the recipes that I watched on YouTube from Keto Connect couple, a young guy and a girl, they used parchment paper and their flackers turned out to be okay. Mine did not. All my flackers stuck to my parchment paper. I'm not sure either that the kind of parchment paper or something else I did wrong, but I'm not going to use parchment paper anymore. The next time, that is going to be tomorrow, and I'm going to share my experiment with you. I'm going to use silicone dehydrated sheet to put my flackers on top of that, and that's what I'm going to do to make my next batch of flackers. And at least it's not going to end up all half stuck to my parchment paper, ruining half of my material and making my flackers much thinner than I wanted them to be. So that was my not so successful flackers experiment that got a lot of views on my Instagram channel. I was so enthusiastic about the recipe, and that it just didn't exactly work out, turned out the way I wanted to. So, but that's life, you know. We try new things and they do not always work out, but at least you learn what doesn't work, so next time you can do better. So try your flackers, try the recipe, but do not use parchment paper if you do not want to end up with the same half paper, half flacker result. And back to our book of today. The book of today is Food Sanity, How to Eat in a World of Fats and Fiction, written by Dr. David Friedman. It probably the most, actual or the most relevant title of the book for today's world of nutrition and food that has been going on for a while. The book is not as recent. It's been written a few years ago, but Food Sanity, How to Eat in a World of Fats and Fiction, great name. And the book digs deeper into the subject of quality of our food supply and how the thing that screws up our health and it is detrimental to our health, it makes our health worse, is not so much any particular food, even though the author is not that much in favor of animal products of any kind except for fish and good quality pastured organic chickens and pastured eggs. So the author talks a lot about the quality of our food and how the detrimental effect of most foods happen because the quality of our foods, not so much because of specific items on our food lists, and of course a quantity. So for example, there is a huge difference, if you go and eat red meat or beef once in a while from grass-fed, grass-finished, healthy pastured animal, or if you eat every day some processed beef products or pork products or even chicken or turkey processed meat products, and you eat it all day long and you do not consume enough organic of good quality, fresh and local and seasonal produce, different greens, vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruits and berries, and other plant materials. So it's a huge difference between those two polarities, eating red meat once in a while of good quality and eating all the time and go carnivore. And even though some people would swear by carnivore diet or keto diet consisting mostly of animal products, it may not be the best ideal diet for human being, for our planet, for our survival here, for sustainability of our food system. But the main point, again, of the book, not to get lost in all these details and specifics, as quality of our foods matters the most when it comes to our food supply. And of course, when it comes to health, and the author talks about that, also, not only food matters, but also our overall lifestyle and our sedentary or not so sedentary lifestyle, how we exercise, how we move, how we sleep, how we breathe. All of that matters. But when it comes to food, quality matters. And also the author talks a lot about how whole foods are not the same as supplements. Trying to get all your vitamins and minerals from different kinds of cans and bottles and vitamin pills or fish oil or protein powder. It's not the same as getting them from whole foods. Just like our body cannot work part by part, like your brain cannot work by itself, your heart cannot work by itself without all the other parts working properly together. Just like that, different nutrients in foods do not work well by themselves. So if you extract vitamin C from an apple, and by the way, most of the companies who produce supplements do not extract anything from whole foods. They actually make them in a lab. Sometimes they're identical in molecular structure to the actual vitamin C found in fruit, but the cheapest supplements and a lot of fake supplements are just synthetic vitamin C varieties that don't even look molecularly the same as what you will find in whole foods. And not only that, but vitamin C, for example, in an orange or an apple or whatever that food is, or omega-3 fatty acids in fish, in fatty fish like wild salmon or sardines or anchovies. It's not the same as what you would find in the bottle. A lot of nutrients and more tests and research shows that a lot of nutrients work synergistically together, and eating fatty fish is not the same as taking fish oil. And, when I talk to a lot of my clients and recommend them omega-3 fatty acids, I recommend fish oil as the measure when they cannot in any way get omega-3 fatty acids from actual fatty fish or maybe seaweed that contain omega-3 fatty acids. I do not recommend fish oil over whole foods, and never would, because again, it's not the same eating fatty fish for your body as taking fish oil supplement. Not even talking here about, the quality or how well that fish oil is being preserved and extracted, because all the fats that are extracted are really fragile, except maybe for butter or other saturated fats that are pretty stable. But monounsaturated and especially polyunsaturated fats that omega-3 fatty acids in fish are, they're quite unstable, quite fragile. And besides that, again, they work with other nutrients in that food synergistically, meaning all together, to produce the desired positive effect. And the extracts, the supplements are not the same. That also goes for any kinds of plant extracts, any kinds of protein powders. Even the best protein powder on the market is not the same as the protein you would get from whole eggs or fish or good quality chicken and beef. Not the same, guys. Doesn't work the same in our body. Just like the foods of different qualities. For example, wild salmon is not the same as salmon raised on some farm that fed dyes to make it look pink, or different antibiotics to prevent diseases and contamination with different infections, or that are fed with hormones that are still present in the food even when you cook that. So the book is all about that. It's about compromised quality of our food. So just today I was talking to a girl who was considering working with me, and she asked me, so what kind of macros or macronutrients would you prescribe to me? Where would we start? And I'm like, I do not really prescribe macronutrients, nor do I start there. It's like the last step, maybe, if you're trying to become a fitness model or getting really cut, or you're an athlete, that's when we consider, macronutrients, after we already mastered all the whole food, quality of whole foods, when you eat, your overall lifestyle. Only after that, we can consider macronutrients. And again, so I do not prescribe any macronutrients, and I do not recommend to go on any diet. I recommend trying to figure out the best way for you to eat. And the best way for you to eat is the way based on whole foods of the best quality. If you constantly eat, animal products, even if you eat like zero carbs, but if you eat products, fish or chicken or beef, if you eat products with hormones, antibiotics, pesticides, infections in that food, you're not going to be healthy. A lot of that will end up in your body and will disrupt your hormonal system, will disrupt your metabolism, will disrupt your sleep, and that will affect your longevity, your metabolism, your gut issues or gut health, your brain health, your inflammation levels. So think about that, and that's what the book is about, thinking about the quality of our food supplies and quality of supplements, and what role should you give to supplements in your diet. Supplements are meant to supplement a good quality diet, and only supplements of good quality, again, because some synthetic supplements that are poorly formulated can bring more harm than good. And yes, supplement can also harm your health, especially if applied without knowledge of poor quality. Probably another thing that is very useful that I want you to think about is not talking about quality right now, but the safest animal protein from whole foods is probably fish protein. So basically eating fish is probably the safest bet when it comes to animal products, because no matter what they say, mercury and other heavy metals pollution in ocean is not that bad as they try to make it look. And except for rare occasions when contamination was due to some artificially created environment, fish poisoning is not, it doesn't really affect anyone. Like that, there are no cases of proven fish poisoning because of heavy metals. Like wild fish is good because of other reasons, because farm-raised fish can have, again, pesticides or hormones and antibiotics that farm-raised fish is fed, not because of mercury or any other heavy metals pollution. So yes, we eat wild salmon, but not because of mercury, but because it has more omega-3 fatty acids that are essential for your brain, EPA, DHA. You cannot survive without them. You cannot be healthy without them, and your kids cannot be healthy without it. Pregnant women cannot be healthy without it, right? And also antibiotics, pesticides, and possible infections. You will not find that in wild fish. That's why you should be eating wild fish, and that's why also, you must be eating pasture-raised, grass-fed, healthy animals, not some sick animals that were raised on God knows what. So the safest protein is fish, and after that, poultry, so chicken, turkey, and eggs, but only when they're organic and pasture raised, not free range, not cage free. None of that really matters, especially in US. But no matter in what country you are, find out how the animal products you eat are treated, how they came to be on your plate. You need to know all of that if you really care about your health, because whatever the animals of your choice eat, that's going to end up in your body. And a lot of stuff that can negatively affect your health, it cannot be killed or removed completely by cooking. So consider that. And also that I 100% personally agree on dairy products. You do not need any dairy products in your diet, and most of the dairy products will cause much more harm. They will drain your energy levels. They will make you look older. They will not work for your longevity for sure. They will create a lot of inflammation and allergies in your body or autoimmune conditions. So dairy product is not something I recommend to anyone. If there is one food group that for sure I recommend to eliminate from your diet besides processed sugars and processed grains, then probably dairy products that also can contain added sugars and God knows what else. So to sum up the book Food Sanity, How to Eat in a World of Fats and Fiction, I recommend stop thinking about macros, calories, diets, paleo, keto, vegetarian, vegan, or whatever. Stop arguing about minor things. Don't measure in minor things. Instead, look at the quality of what you eat and understand that any healthy diet should contain a lot of whole plant foods. Eat your rainbow still matters because different colors mean different nutrients, and the quality of your food also matters. And understand that processed foods, even the healthier versions of processed foods, like for example coconut oil instead of coconuts or avocado oil instead of avocados, unprocessed foods, meaning whole avocados, whole coconuts, whole olives instead of olive oil, unprocessed food, whole foods are so much better for you, and the extracts or refined product is not going to be the same. More is not necessarily better at all for you. And it's funny, I'm on a keto diet and I'm on a high fat diet. That's my personal choice. That's what works personally for me better. But I never understood how some people can consider diet when they consume 80 or 90, but even 60 and 70 of calories from added oils and fats, meaning oils in a bottle or in some packaging, butters, oils. You should eat a lot of fat on a high-fat diet, but most of your fat should come from foods. Like, again, your avocados, maybe your coconuts, maybe your nuts and seeds, your fatty fish, your other animal products, not from the bottle. The same goes for any food. You should eat whole foods of good quality, not some... and a lot of variety and a lot of plant foods, a lot of vegetables, a lot of colors in your diet. Stop focusing on eating the most amount of fat you can possibly eat, restricting the most amount of carbs you can possibly restrict. That does not equal health. So understand that. And again, just do not be on any diet. Be eating healthy, if that sounds right to you. Always choose whole foods. Always focus on variety and quality most and foremost. And also learn what foods work for you personally and what foods do not work for you personally. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. And I probably read the most amount of books from the people that I've ever met on. I've been raw vegan, I've been vegan, I've been vegetarian, I've been on well-balanced diet when it comes to macronutrients, I've been on a bodybuilding kind of diet. I've tried so many things. And if I don't know the answer to your question, I will probably have an idea where you can look for that answer and what you can improve or change in your diet to get better results. So reach out, Angela@createyourself.today. That's it for today for Food Sanity, how to eat in a world of fats and fiction. Also, this Sunday, I'm going to start fasting group for people who want to improve their fasting, because fasting, more and more research is coming out that fasting is a practice that improves almost any condition in your body when done right and combined with nutrition eating. But anyway, we're going to start fasting group, 24-hour weekly fast from Saturday dinner to Sunday dinner. So you will not even will have to go without food for the whole day and can sleep well and not worry without having no energy in the morning for your workouts or the day ahead. So it's a great way to start your regular fasting practice. So 24-hour fast. Also reach out to me if you want to be in that group. And that's it, guys. So eat sanely, eat whole foods, eat variety, eat a lot of nutrients, eat good quality foods, and you're gonna be doing okay. Just pay attention to what you eat, because what you eat becomes you. No matter how you look at it, your cells are built from the quality supply or not such of a good quality supply that you ingest daily or that you eat daily, basically. And let me know what you think about this topic of today, food sanity, how to eat in a world of fats and fiction. Reach out. Thank you for listening. I love you all, guys. Appreciate you all. Stay tuned for Food Story Thursday tomorrow and more exciting episodes. And as usual, eat better daily.